So I have about 2 hours before I leave for the hotel. I'm just gonna go there, drop off my bags, meet my mum, and probably gonna grab dinner, wait for my dad to show up at around 10:30 and sleep, I guess. I'm not allowed to eat or drink past midnight, but I can drink water until 5 a.m. I'm kind of just here, like, I don't know what to do with myself. I can't concentrate. My brain is just like all over the place. I'm excited. I'm not that nervous yet. I just want it to happen. I just want the titties gone. But I knew this would be like the time that I'd be the most nervous. I'm just worried about not being able to go to sleep. I have a lot of feelings. 5 a.m. And I can't sleep. I knew this would happen.
Post-surgery, yeah, yeah. How'd you feel? How'd you feel?
Oh my god. Hello everyone, I just wanted to film a very quick update. My hair is too long, I need to get a haircut. I was trying to grow it out long, but I'm too ugly with it. I'm 6 days post-op and I'm about to travel back up to London for my post-op consultation. I don't think I'm gonna be upset or disappointed with the results because I'm already infinitely grateful for this surgery and I've never felt happier in my entire life. I feel so good in everything I wear and I feel like I've just been waiting years for this to finally happen, and it's happened and I'm so happy with it. I'd much rather have scars than ever have breasts, so this is a dream come true for me. I promise I will film what I look like underneath at a later time.
Never been in love, but you're drinking my soul away.
When I started this YouTube channel, making this kind of video wasn't exactly in the forefront of my mind. I'm transgender. I'm proud to be queer as fucking fuck. My name change documents arrived. Let's call it a coming out 2.0. I'm a dude. I applied to the gender clinic 2 years ago now, February 2016. I was accepted in July 2016 and finally, the beginning of this month, February, I got an email saying that I could opt in for an appointment. I knew this would happen. I knew that even when you're in the system of the gender clinic, that appointments still do take a long time, but it is still disappointing. It's so disappointing. This has been a very, very mentally tiring time. Without any of those elements in my past, I would not be who I am today. I should be going on testosterone by September. Once I get a new binder, because I outgrew my binder. My main source of dysphoria nowadays is my chest, and I really want top surgery as soon as possible. I'm really hoping that 2019 will be my top surgery year.
It seems that the general waiting list for people who had surgery 3 months ago is around 16 to 18 months.
I'm increasingly convinced that I'm just going to end up going private. No, sorry. I'm getting top surgery this year.
About it right now, it's gonna be okay. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually all right. You're okay. You have more power than you might be giving yourself credit for. And if you have something that's going on in your life right now that's challenging, a reminder to take a little bit better care of yourself. You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
Yeah, so you can see like that's the last little bit of my nipple graft coming off. You can see this side is kind of swollen in comparison to this side, and that's because I have liquid in this side, but we'll talk about that later. This is my chest, 3 and a bit weeks post-op. Yeah, I'm in love. I'm so happy. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. In this part of the video, I'm going to be talking about my actual top surgery and how things went. I have a new phone. I was the first person in surgery, so I arrived at the hospital for 7, signed some forms about medical history, and then they took me to my room. At that point, they arrived and they had my robe, some underwear I could see through, really weird, uncomfortable underwear, and some compression stockings, so I changed into those. The compression stockings are to help with deep vein thrombosis. I also had to have a quick shower with this weird like red antibacterial gel, mainly like under the armpits and around the chest. Miles came in and drew on my chest before the shower though, so I had to leave that one to wash off the marks that he made. Gave a pee sample. That was weird, I've never done that before. At one point I'm pretty sure I had a cannula put in when I was still up in my room. Can't really remember what the order of things went. I signed more forms. Again, there was a lot of form signing before anything happened. Then I was taken down to the waiting theatre. I had an oxygen mask put on me, and then I was injected with a cannula. Then put under once, and that was for removing my wisdom tooth. I remember it feeling like sleep paralysis, like there was something weighing down on my chest, and so I was kind of worried that I would feel that again this time around, but I absolutely have no recollection falling asleep whatsoever. Next thing I know, I wake up and they're asking me how I'm feeling. I'm like, I'm so sweaty, I'm so hot. I think the first thing I said was, I'm too hot, please can you take my blanket off? And then the next thing I said is, I feel really sick, like I'm going to be sick.
So they gave me some anti-nausea meds right there and then. I don't think I've talked about this that often. I have a phobia of vomit. So the other like big fear that I had before surgery was being sick afterwards, because I know that happens to quite a few people. But obviously there isn't really anything to throw up. We got another round of anti-nausea meds through my cannula. My family said like their final goodbyes for the night, and as they were leaving I started trying to eat again, and no nausea. My nausea was completely gone. I was so happy. It took, well, I was out of surgery at like 11:30, and by 9:30 p.m. I finally didn't feel nauseous anymore. And I felt pain, but it was nothing in comparison to how bad my nausea was. I really would have rather taken pain over nausea. That was the one thing I really didn't want. Something that was put on me quite soon after the surgery was these automatic compression stockings. So every 3 seconds or so they like compress and stiffen around your legs to make sure that you don't get deep vein thrombosis. It was so uncomfortable. They were really loud as well. It was not like the best night I've ever had, but I didn't have titties, so that's wonderful. At around 5 AM I was awake already. It's when they took off the electronic compression stockings, which was great. So I just had like the normal compression stockings on. They also gave me more morphine. I had drains. I forgot to mention, I had drains. Barely any liquid in them. I don't really get eked out by blood or anything, so we're just kind of there. There was pain, but I think I have quite a high pain tolerance, so I didn't struggle with that much. Around 7 AM, I think, my drains were taken out by the nurse. It was absolutely fine. The worst part was having the tape taken off. That was the most painful part, because the hair, even though I shaved my chest before, I didn't really even feel the tugging sensation that they talk about, or like slithering sensation. I didn't feel any of that. From like 8:30, 9, Miles came and saw me. At 9:30, my dad arrived and we left. Leaving, I struggled quite a lot with because I flip over a lot in my sleep. I just got tired very quickly as well. Then a week post-op I travelled back to London to have my bandages removed, and I remember looking down for the first time and like seeing it flat, and I was like, oh! And then they said there was some fluid in the left side of my chest that has to be aspirated, which means basically taken out with a needle. So they put it in like this part of my scar here. I took out some of it, and they said that if it came back I would have to come back and get it aspirated again, which, you know, would have been completely fine. Like, I'd rather get it aspirated and make sure it's okay. But the next day I travelled back to Manchester, where my mum lives, for the Christmas holidays. Come Thursday I send pictures of my chest to the nurse, and she's saying, yeah, there's fluid in there again. Can you come back on Friday to get it aspirated? I had to travel back to London again. I got it aspirated, and then the same day drove back to Manchester. That was rough, going from
London to the Midlands, and then a week later back to London, and then to Manchester, and then back to London, and then to Manchester again.
Because of that, I had to have like this massive sock in my binder to keep like extra pressure against this side to make sure the liquid wouldn't come back. But, I mean, looking at it now, you can see that it has come back yet again for a third time. So tomorrow I am going to go and get it aspirated. But overall, I'm so incredibly happy. Can you recognize my face, please? No, okay, it's not recognizing my face. For the first 10 days or so, you have to wear these compression stockings, right? Bane of my existence. They were so uncomfortable. I think that's all I had to talk about. That was my top surgery video. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna round it off here for this video. I just wanted to thank everyone for their support over all of these years. Editing this video and looking back at all the things I've said when I was 15, 16, 17, and then, you know, more recently, the past 2 or 3 years, it really has hit me how far I've come. Without family, friends, and online support, I really couldn't have made it. So, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you.